welcome to Fall in Line Podcast. You guys can please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. That's where the magic happens, right behind me. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to another episode of Fall in Line Podcast. I am Ross. I'm here with my guys, TT and Austin. Say what's up, fellas. Walk us through how you're feeling about how your teams performed this week. Let us know what's going on.
I'm a little upset. It was a heartbreaking loss on one that I personally felt like we should have won. A lot of people probably didn't look into the game as much as I did and thought it was a bonehead move by Kyler to spike it, but he looked up at the scoreboard and the scoreboard read 1st and 10. So you're hurt by your own people, man. So otherwise, I thought we played pretty well. I wouldn't say we necessarily maintained Jalen Hurts, but I felt like we maintained him.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good game. Austin, go ahead. Floor is yours.
I felt good, man. Defense looked good. Offense looked good enough to win the game. Big game from Stevenson, 161 yards. So Zappy kind of did what he needed to do, and
Jack Jones is that guy.
Yeah,
he is, dude. He's gonna be a stud. I'm not wasting any time talking about the Lions. Speaks for themselves. Shutout, terrible game. But on to something more important. As you guys can see, we are on a Zoom meeting right now, filming this episode because your boy Boyenstein is sick at home. Didn't want the other two to get sick, so we decided to try this a different direction, and we're doing it online to keep my guys healthy. So bear with us this episode. It could be a little out of sync, a little odd. Some voices might cut out. Just stick with us. We apologize in advance. We're going to do the best we can in the situation that we were handed. But let's get the true episode going here. And let's start out with what we thought was the most impressive wins of last week. And I will start because your boy called the Jets beating the Dolphins. And they didn't only beat the Dolphins, they dominated the Dolphins. So that's my most impressive win. Jets, Jets. Let's go.
I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go. Yeah, Giants. I like what they did. Saquon really held his team together. Danny Dimes wasn't too bad. Upset some fans probably in London big time because apparently they have a lot of Packer fans out there. So it was pretty impressive to see them keep on winning really this whole season. So
I'm going with my Pats to shut out a Lions team that just put up 45 points and to not allow them to put up any points. The wide receivers looked good. We had Kobe Myers come back, and first round pick Tyquan Thornton came back as well, and then Stevenson stepped in when Damian Harris went out. So it was just a good game all around.
It really was. And the number one scoring offense in the league being the Lions as well.
Yeah.
But you guys know I couldn't hold back any longer on this next piece of the podcast here. You know, good thing we're remote right now for this episode because the belt's where it should be because your boy won the belt and I actually was not prepared with the records. I have to add two here. TT, you ended up going 10-6 on the week. Austin also went 10-6 on the week. And your boy went 11-5 on the week. I believe I might have went 12-4, and you might have went 11-5. Austin, like I said, I forgot to do the last two games. I know that you did pick the Ravens, and you picked the Raiders. I picked the Ravens and the Chiefs, which ultimately won me the belt. TT, you picked the Bengals and the Chiefs, but you were again behind, and that's how you got to your record. The Bengals ultimately lost you the belt. Austin, the Raiders lost you the belt. But the belt's where it belongs. So with the score update, we can go ahead and hold them up here. I got a good old 3-piece right here. Austin's got a little 2-piece, and TT, you don't have to hold anything up because you're still sitting at that bagel. Is this the week? I don't know. We'll find out. We did have a few people in the comment section hit their locks. Giving a little shout out there. We got Nate picking the Niners, who not only covered, they covered by a long shot. That was a great pick. We had Zach the Raw picking the Browns, who he had at +2.5, and they only lost by 2, or what? I think they lost by 2. TT, why don't you go ahead and name this next one?
Yeah, my pops, man, my dad, he somehow keeps pulling stuff out of his behind, but this guy is picking some of the most absurd picks that I would think of every weekend, and they're cashing. So congrats to you, pops.
He picked the Jets for everyone that wants to know. He picked the Jets.
Sorry. Congrats, pops.
And my guy Patois, Garrett the rapper on Instagram. He has a business he's running out in the Jersey area, wrapping cars, wrapping whatever you need. That's my guy. He also hit his lock. He had Raiders +6.5. And just to touch on that game a little bit, because I have to get this off my chest, the Raiders should have won that game. I'm just going to come out and say that. Raiders should have won that game. I've never seen a defensive holding call on a field goal attempt. And then my opinion, Devontae Adams had that secured in his one hand, and then he went to just tuck it into his other hand. But he caught that ball. But Chiefs won me money on that. So
yeah. I think he thought he caught it too.
Yeah,
come back 17
on that. It was 17.
Come back before the Super Bowl, so
it was 17-0, and I looked at Jess and I was like, it must be nice to be a Chiefs fan just to know that like they're not even worried right now. Like I wasn't even worried. I had money on the Chiefs. I was like, nah, they'll come back. Like I thought they're gonna make it a game, but that throw, we'll touch on this part and then move on. But that throw by Derek Carr in the fourth quarter when he just stepped up on one leg and just bombed it to Devontae Adams, that was one of the best throws I've seen all season. That was nasty. But TJ, were you gonna say something?
No, I was really, I was just saying that last play also on that 4th and 1 too, that kind of sucked big time. At first initially I was sitting there thinking, oh, okay, here we go, got a flag, and then you watch the replay and watch your 2 top wide receivers just take each other out.
Yeah.
And there goes the team chemistry of them not really being able to with Renfro being out a lot to start the season, and with Adams becoming new, the inexperience of working with each other there.
Yeah, they got to get their chemistry right for sure. But let's move on. Let's move on to this second week in a row, not the sexiest Thursday night football game, being the Commanders at the Bears. The Bears favored by 1 in this game, which at home is basically saying it's a pick 'em. I don't know where I'm going in this game yet. So when do you guys want to start?
Hey, you can go, man.
This one really is a pick 'em, huh?
Yeah.
I'll go Chicago just because they are at home. You know what? Actually, I'm going to change it up here. We're going to go Washington, and I think it's just because of Justin Fields. Looked like he finally had it going last week, but it was also against a really, really, really bad Minnesota Vikings defense. So I'm going to take Washington in this one. Expect another ugly Thursday night game where you just want to turn the TV off, though.
Yeah, kind of how I'm feeling about that game too.
Yeah, I'm going with Chicago in this one. Some news came out today that made me a little shaky with Carson Wentz's shoulder, and he was limited in practice today. So I think that Chicago defense comes together and stops that Commanders offense.
They still got Heineke?
Yep. I think. Let me check that out.
I don't think that's a downgrade, if I'm being honest with you.
They do.
But I am going the Bears at home as well. I liked what the Bears were showing against the Vikings. Finally getting their play, or finally they're starting to make plays for Justin Fields a little bit. I saw Mooney did some decent stuff. Obviously we all saw the catch. But I'm going the Bears at home in this game. I do like what the Commanders did last game, where they were 2 yards away from winning that game. But Wentz is gonna Wentz, so I'm going Bears. All right, the noon games: Niners at Falcons. The Niners favored by 6 in this game. This is a tough one for me. I think I'm gonna go the 49ers in this game. I like how they're playing this year, or now that Jimmy Garoppolo is back, and so I'm gonna go Niners in this game. I do like what the Falcons are showing, but I do think they're still missing a key part of that offense without Cordell Patterson.
Yeah, I'm going with San Francisco as well. That Atlanta backfield is just such a mess with Cordell Patterson out. Marcus Mariota led the team with 61 rushing yards last week, so I think that San Francisco defensive line is definitely going to expose that offense. Just can't seem to get anything going. Atlanta will have Kyle Pitts back. It's looking like, so that'll help them out a little bit. But still, I think San Francisco.
Yeah, I don't know how much Kyle Pitts is gonna be doing for him. They need to either start feeding that man or he needs to start feeding himself and getting open. I don't know what the situation is there, but man, fantasy owners, I'm sorry.
I got him in fantasy too, and he's definitely hurt me. I actually went and picked up another tight end. So I just think the Niners are looking really good right now. I don't think that they're a team like the Falcons will be able to hold them. I got the Niners this week, and I think it's going to be – I wouldn't say it would be fairly simple. I mean, the Falcons haven't looked too bad this year. So Mariota, you can see, is the right style of quarterback for the offense. He's not the right quarterback in my mind, but I got the Niners in this one, though.
All right. Patriots at Browns. Browns favored by 3 in this game.
I'm gonna go with the Browns. Chubb's looked really good. He had another big rushing game last week. I think he keeps it going, and it's that type of offense where you just feed the rock to your running back, who is a top tier running back in the league, and I think that's what's going to win him this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Browns as well in this one. Bailey Zappi has looked very good. I'm a big fan of what I've seen so far. I'm a big fan of their defense. I just think that the Browns, like I say every single week, they're a good team. They're lacking at the quarterback position, but that's just temporary. I just think overall they're a really good team, and like you just said, TT, they're gonna ride on that running offense that they have, or that running back they have in Nick Chubb, and I think that they ultimately win this game at home.
I'm sticking with my Pats in this one. How can you not after they just blew a team out and didn't let any points up? And Cleveland's coming off a loss, 2 losses actually, lost to the Falcons 2 weeks ago. So I think that we can contain that offense. And Bill Belichick's going to take the best players away on the Cleveland offense. So I think that we limit Cleveland's points and get the win.
All right. We're going to go the bye week favored by 12 against the Lions in this one. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just pissed off at the Lions in that one. Jets at Packers. Packers favored by 7 in this game. I will start this one because I'm high on the Jets and I'm low on the Packers right now. I think the Jets covered the 7, but I'm going to go with the Packers overall in this game at home. They're coming home from London. I think that they're going to have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder because let's face it, they choked that game away.
Mm-hmm.
They absolutely choked that game against the Giants. They were down. They didn't score a point in the second half, I believe I heard. That's rough. I think that they're going to be pissed off. I think that Rodgers is starting to get pissed off. And I think that they're going to beat the Jets, but I don't think they're going to cover that 7. I really don't. I think the Jets are a much better team than advertised.
Yeah, I got the Packers, the Packers in this one. I think Rodgers, like you said, Ross, he's a little irritated with the way the whole season has gone. He doesn't have his number 1 target. I think you could see Lazard kind of developing into that scenario, but I think the Packers are just the better team here. Rodgers doesn't lose a lot of games back to back, so I got them in this one.
Yeah, I'm going with the Packers as well, but like you said, I think it does stay close. The Jets are a hot team, and they just put up 40 points on a good Dolphins defense. But I think that Packers defense is a little bit better, and like you said, TT, he doesn't lose 2 in a go often.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any updates on Christian Watson's injury?
It was his hamstring, wasn't it? I haven't heard anything
Yeah.
else. They really seem to like him though, but
They're trying to
as
find
of-
ways to get him the ball for sure.
yeah, for sure. They like the speed that he brings to the table. If I'm just looking at my phone here, because I have it pulled up. He's listed questionable, and that's all I got right now.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Just wanted to know if you guys heard anything else. All right. Jags at Colts. Colts favored by 2 in this game. This is another head scratcher. This game is tough to pick. I feel like every single game so far has been tough to pick. But I'm going to stick with my gut in this one. I'm going Jags. Fun fact, actually, I want to bring up that my guy Bob told me about that, how we all picked the Jags last week, and immediately I said, now the Texans are going to win, which they did. This is just a fun tidbit that he told me. Apparently, the last 5 times the Jags have been favored by as much as they were last game, they lost 4 of them.
Jesus.
All 4 being to the Texans.
That's classic Jags.
That's what he told me. I'll have to look that up to fact check that, but that is what he told me, and that's nuts. If I would have known that, I would have picked the Texans 100%. But so in this game, I'm going Jags in this game. I think that they're a better team than the Colts. I do. What's the status on Taylor?
He's questionable right now, but he was almost going to play last week, so I would assume he is in.
So that makes a big difference. I'm still going Jags in this game. I think the Jags are the better team. I think they're playing better football this season. And it really just comes down to what Matt Ryan shows up to the game. Matt Ryan has played some really bad football so far this year. So yeah, I'm going Jags.
Yeah, both teams had just ugly weeks last week. It was 6-6 for the longest time in that Colts Jags game, and the Colts only won 12-9 against Denver. So that was an ugly game. But the Colts did get a little bit of a light bye week, so they should be healthy, and I think the Colts win this game. Just the way the Jags looked last week, it was just so bad. They couldn't get anything going on offense. They honestly just look like the old Jags. So I'm going Colts, and I think this is a momentum shift and kind of swings the division the Colts way.
This is another one where I would normally take the Colts here, but when I was looking at the list, the Colts have some bigger names out, starting center, well, not out, but questionable. So it's kind of hard to say at the moment. Naheem Hines, I'm assuming he's not playing after how wobbly he was. Ryan Kelly, you got Julian Blackman at safety out, Kwity Paye at end out. You got Shaquille Leonard, Taylor, Doolin. There's a lot of injuries on that team that are all questionable right now. But I think that they still somehow pull it off just because of the fact that I think everywhere else they're still better than the Jags. And the Jags, like you said, they played an ugly game last week. I watched Trevor Lawrence throw one of the dumbest passes I've ever seen in my life last week in the goal line, and was really questioning, was those first couple of weeks just a fluke for him. So I got the Colts in this one.
Austin, are you satisfied that someone hasn't won the belt just sided with you, or?
I don't know. It kind of makes me this.
TT, we got to tease you until you get some credibility here, dude.
Yeah.
TT,
You guys should.
TT's good for giving us. TT's good for giving us bets on the day of the games, but during this, I don't know, man. All right.
Yeah, I get it.
Let's go Vikings at Dolphins. Vikings favored by 3. I'm just giving you a little motivation in between the podcast so you really lock in and win this week.
I'm at this point now where it's more like, God, do I just pick the upset? Because that's the way my whole season has gone, where I think I have a deadlock on a team and then they just don't do it.
Yeah, last week that was the Jets for me. I was like, dude, everything's telling me to go Dolphins here, but I just really think the Jets can pull this off. So
yeah,
Jets.
This week I don't think the Dolphins pull this off. Tua is out, I believe. He's
Questionable still.
questionable. I don't know how you would still come back that early from
Yeah.
that serious of a concussion. Teddy B, has he been ruled out? Do we know, Austin?
He hasn't been practicing, no.
Okay, so was it Skylar Thompson, right? That's his name?
Yeah. Yep. Rookie out of Kansas State, I believe.
Rookie out of Kansas State. Yup. He didn't look awful, but you're still playing a really good offense that you're going to have to keep up with, which I think that's what it comes down to. I think the game will start off with both teams, taking a couple of shots, getting some points on the board. But I think in the end, the Vikings pull away just because of the experience they have at the quarterback position.
Mhm.
So give me the Vikings in this one.
I'm gonna go Vikings for the same reasons you just said. Honestly, it's pretty. You pretty much nailed every feeling I had for why I'm picking the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same with me. I'm going Vikings as well. But one thing I want to add is that Dalvin Cook's going to have an absolute field day against that Dolphins defense.
Yeah,
You think so?
Yeah,
he's been playing real well.
I mean,
year.
most of it did, and Cook's way better than most.
Dalvin Cook almost cost me my fantasy matchup last week, so thank God I had Leonard for that.
Mozart had it against his own team.
Dolphins. I'm saying Dalvin Cook goes off against the Dolphins.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, all right. So Bengals at Saints. Bengals favored by 2 in this matchup here. TT, why don't you start us out on this one?
I don't have the hammer with me at the moment. That's my lock of the week.
Let's go. Come on.
The Saints still haven't impressed me. Andy Dalton looked good last week in some aspects. Kamara had a couple decent receptions and run. I just don't think that team has the motivation to play right now. And it's kind of weird with the Saints, like they win their games here and there, but yet they keep some of these bad teams like the Seahawks last week really in the game with, bad coaching. And I just got to take the Bengals here. They started heating up against a really good Ravens team, I thought, last week. I thought they were going to actually pull that one off. But, I escaped my mind that Justin Tucker's on the Ravens, and that's all you need. So give me the Bengals here as my lock.
Yeah, that's a good lock. And for that, I'm going to tailor you with the Bengals as well. I think that offense is heating up. We're going Bengals.
What's the status on Jameis?
I know he still has the injury. Obviously, it doesn't get any better, but I don't think it would get. Sorry, I'd have to scroll all the way through this. Give me 2.2 seconds.
I'm in a predicament here because heart's telling me Saints, brain's telling me Bengals. I'm gonna
How
go.
about Taysom Hill though? He had a field day
know,
last
dude.
week.
I got Jameis Winston is questionable with Michael Thomas also. And Chris Olave is going to be questionable too.
Yeah, Olave was bad. That didn't look
So,
good.
was he? When I was watching that, I had many games on the TV at once. Was he knocked unconscious? Like, did he go out?
Yes, yeah, he was knocked unconscious.
Okay, I thought he did because I watched his body go. Very scary.
Okay, so I have 10 minutes left on this meeting. And then we will stop it and then restart it. Actually, we don't have very much left.
Yeah,
but, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go Bengals in this one -2. I just can't trust who's playing for the Saints offense right now. I don't know who's gonna be there. All right, let's go Ravens at Giants. Ravens favored by 5 in this game. I'm sticking with the Ravens. Giants have had a heck of a start of the season. I think they come down to earth this week when they're facing a really talented offense, being the Ravens.
Yeah.
I got Lamar having a day, running all over. I'm a big fan of what they look like right now. I liked what they looked like against the Bengals. I'm going Ravens.
Yeah, I got Ravens too. I think the speed of Lamar is going to really take this game over. So here we go.
Yeah, same here. Not much left to say besides one of the best teams in football.
Yeah, and I don't want you guys can say what you want to say because I can just start a new one and then I can just combine them. All right, so Buccaneers at Steelers. Bucs favored by 9 in this game. Buccaneers. Simple as that. The Steelers are still trying to figure out the Kenny Pickett led offense, and his wide receivers are not helping him at all.
Yeah.
I think they led the league in drops last week in his first start of his career. So way to help out your quarterback. Unfortunately, ATG, love you, my guy. I'm going Buccaneers in this game.
Oh, I don't think there's anything to say about this. He knows it too. I watched the game with them, and he predicted them to lose the first of the season. So you got this. I almost said Steelers. You got the Bucs in this one. Pickett doesn't have the experience, and they just don't care to play football.
Poor guy has to go against the Bills and the Bucs in his first 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bucs as well, and I think little prediction here. I think that they go back to Mitch Trubisky by halftime because they already had an awful game with Kenny Pickett in there, and if you keep him in there any longer while he's just constantly getting beat, it's just not good. Not good.
Right.
Right.
You don't want to ruin his career early.
Yeah, you don't want him to take
Right.
a big hit too.
Let's get on to those late afternoon games. Panthers at Rams. Rams favored by 10.5 this game. I don't know if you guys feel the Panthers at all. I think we can all just say Rams.
Rams easily, no quarterback, and
Yep.
then simple as that.
Yeah, and I should have looked, but who is going to be the quarterback now? Because I don't think Sam Darnold is back.
Sam Darnold, I believe, is out for the
They
season.
still got PJ Walker.
PJ Walker.
PJ Walker
yeah.
was taking
Yeah.
snaps. Matt Corral, the rookie's out for the season too. So
Jesus. On PJ.
All right, so Rams it is. I might even take that spread. All
yeah,
right. Cardinals at Seahawks. Cardinals favored by 3 in this game. Austin.
Yeah,
think-
pass me that hammer because this is
There
my
you
lock of
go,
the week.
brother. Go ahead. Let's go.
They
Come
put up
on.
a good fight against the Eagles last week, and I think they're gonna flip things around just in time for Hopkins to come back. Yeah, and I just think Seahawks did put up 48 points last week, but I just oh no, that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, way to rub
That's
it in,
good.
dude.
Sorry, man. Yeah, that's my lock of the week.
We already know
Faded.
which directions TT's going. I'm
I'm
going.
biased.
I'm going Cardinals -3 in this game. I think the Cardinals have a bad taste in their mouth how they just dropped that one last week against the Eagles. I also like how Kyler's been playing lately. I think that they know that they're on the up and coming right now, especially with D-Hop coming back. Not this week, is it next week or the next week?
He's next week.
8.
So
Week
D-Hop's
7.
coming. They're excited. I think that they win this game against Seattle. Division game, so they're gonna be jacked.
Yeah, we win it easily. Obviously, I want to see a score in the first quarter. I think we win it easily. I think we win by more. We win by more than a touchdown. I think defense is getting it together. We held the Eagles to 17 points. That's good enough for me, man. So we score in the first quarter, and that's a win for me. We still haven't scored in the first quarter this year.
All right. Bills at Chiefs. Bills favored by 3 in this game. I'm starting this one because this is my lock of the week. Bills -3. They know that what happened in the playoff last year. They still think about it. This one's circled on their calendar. You can't tell me otherwise. They are coming in this game fired up, and they are going to blow the doors off the Chiefs in this game. And I might get cropped right there, and someone might put me on blast for that take. I don't care. I'm locking the Bills -3. And I'm 4-1 on lock, so take that.
Yeah, I'm going Bills as well. The Chiefs did not look good that first half of that Monday night game at all. And Bills absolutely blew the legs off the Steelers. So I think the Bills are one of the best, if not the best team in football. And this is a potential AFC championship game, but still, like you said, they have bad taste.
Yeah. Yeah, you're looking at the AFC Championship game, in my opinion. a key factor that the Chiefs had last year was Tyreek Hill. I mean, he is, fastest man in the NFL, but he's also just a really good wide receiver. He's got good hands. He's strong for his size. So I got the Bills in this one because they do not have Tyreek Hill on the Chiefs anymore, and it's just one less weapon for the Chiefs. So,
all right, Sunday Night Football. This one is the Bills Chiefs is the best game of the week. This one's right up there. Cowboys at Eagles. Eagles favored by 4.5 in this game. I'm going Cowboys. I picked the Cowboys to upset the Rams. That Cowboys defense is balling right now. Cooper Rush hasn't lost yet. I don't even know the status on Dak, but no point rushing him back because Cooper Rush, no pun intended, isn't losing. I'm going Cowboys in this game.
Oh,
good. Awesome.
11-1 Cowboys against the 5-0 Eagles. Who would have thought at the beginning of the season? I think that the Eagles are just the better team, so I just have to take them. They're going to get up against the MVP, so I mean, we'll see what the MVP can do against that good Cowboys defense.
Oh, he's not the MVP.
Usually, maybe.
Right now, I'm looking at the ESPN list. As of right now, October 11th, Dak Prescott is out. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones said Tuesday that Prescott's thumb will begin throwing practice Wednesday, but does not plan to play him on Sunday because apparently Jerry Jones makes that choice. But the Eagles are kind of slowing down for sure week by week. I think that Cooper Rush isn't a bad quarterback at all. I like him. And I've seen some memes of him even taking Dak's job. But give me the Cowboys in this one. The defense is quick. They're playing aggressive. They're playing strong. I like it.
All right. Monday Night Football. Go ahead.
Quick, I just want to point out is that the Cowboys line was +1 and now it's at +5. So something happened there.
Yeah, that is. We'll have to find out what that is. Someone might be hurt. Maybe Parsons is more hurt than we thought. Monday Night Football. Broncos at Chargers. Chargers favored by 5 in this game. I'll keep it short and sweet. Chargers are winning this game.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they just have way too much talent, and Wilson has not looked good this season. So I'm going Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers. Broncos suck. Simple as that. Russ is, I don't know what's going on there. That team has no chemistry. They're hurt. Give me the Chargers.
All right. Well, with that being said, sorry we had to hurry up, people. This is just really unorthodox. This is brand new to us. Next week we'll be back in person. I'll be better. But with that being said, shout out my guy Darren Orlovsky.
And TJ Huzmanzada.
I said that last week. Adrian Wilson.
All right, give me this helmet. We're out of here. Remember to drop your locks and comment on the video. Give me this helmet. We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in for another week of Fall Line Podcast. Like, subscribe, be here next week, comment, join the raffle. We love you guys. Thank you.